Starting off, we're off to a little bit of a rough start. I have a reservoir in there and it started leaking. Now the whole back of the pack is wet. Here we go, we start off. Back is a little wet, hips are a little wet. Hopefully in the car ride, pack was facing down. This is the only thing that leaked and it's not the whole reservoir, in which case we're gonna be in for a rough couple of days. But we're starting off, it's about 12:30 right now, kind of a late start, but we're heading to the up Liberty and Flume to get to the Liberty Springs tent site. So it should be about a 7-mile hike. Here we go. Nice little stream right there. Coming up to right here, you can see this is the Flume Slide Trail, Mount Flume. 4.1 miles away. Franconia Falls 1.8. Liberty Springs Trail, that's where we're going, 5.5. That was a little longer break. This is the top of Liberty. Inside of the tent, we got the bedroll out with the sleeping bag and everything else. I sort of just tossed in because as I was setting up the tent, it sort of started to pour in rain. And then this is my pillow for tonight. All my other clothes, like my sweatshirt, extra t-shirt, underwear, socks, and all that. Pretty comfy. Now we're gonna just grab a little bit more to eat, maybe grab some water, and then go off to bed. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Section of the Pemi Loop. We woke up a little bit before 5, ended up leaving camp with breakfast and all that at around maybe a little bit after 6. It was rained a lot last night, kind of uncomfortable, but this is the top of Mount Lincoln, section of the Appalachian Trail. This is the Franconia Ridge. I've done the Lincoln Lafayette section before, and on a clear day it's really nice, but we're in a cloud right now so you can't really see much. That way it goes down to the Falling Water Trail near like Cannon Mountain and places like that, but we're going to continue on this way. There has been much nice stuff to record, but I just figured I'd include this section because it's the top of a mountain. And then we're going to be going to Little Haystack and then Lincoln in a few minutes. Made it to what is this? I think this is Lincoln Peak or Lafayette, one of them. And now we have 6.6 to get to the Galehead Hut, and along the way we're gonna go 4 miles to get to Garfield, have lunch probably at Garfield or Galehead. This is the old fire tower thing, shelter, station, lookout, watchtower on Garfield. Still can't see anything. At this point in the hike, we have about 2 to go, maybe more than that, to get to the Galehead Hut. And I groaned really loud because for the next little bit, we'll be literally walking through a stream. And there's Bruno the dog. This is the Galehead campsite, and we're taking this opportunity to try and dry off the soaking wet tent from last night's rain. And we were able to luckily resupply here for water, and there's a nice view of the mountains. Got a lot of water, got a snack, or got lunch, and now we have a brutal climb up ahead, going up South Twin, and then gonna drop the pack, quick head over to climb up North Twin, then come back, pick up the pack, and then we'll make it over to the Geo campsite for tonight. We have probably around 7 or 8 miles left, which is kind of a lot because it's already 2:15, but we'll start hustling and we're just enjoying it. Just headed out of the Geo shelter, the Galehead hut. Such a nice, pretty area. Fortunately, we spent probably over an hour there, and that was not a good use of time. But we were able to fully resupply on water. Changed the shirt because that was pretty sweaty. Changed the socks. So we should have a little bit more comfortable of a hike for the time. This next section going up South Twin, it's probably the hardest section of the course. 1,000 feet of elevation gain in 0.8 miles. But once we get up there, we'll be able to drop the pack for North Twin, which I'm looking forward to. This is North Twin, really nice area. That's another 4,000 footer. Check. We came from over that way, 1.3 back. Let's see, what time is it? It's 4:07, so it took us about a little less than a half hour to get over here. Probably a little bit slower on the way back because I think it might be a little bit more uphill. And then from once we pick up the rest of the pack and all that, we gotta just make our way to camp. I think it's gonna be like 3 or 4 miles, which is kind of a haul. But if we don't make it quite to the Geo campsite, I've been told there's a lot of great places along the route to pitch a tent, so we might just do that. Yeah, time to get going though. The view from tonight's campsite. All of the platforms like we were at last night are full at this one, so we got here a lot later than we did the day before. So instead we're at this big platform thing, and it's so full. And so that's where we're pitching. But it's definitely better than that. There's a sign for Zealand Mountain. The AT continues on. I think there might be a lookout or something down this way, but I stand corrected. This is the actual summit right here. I can confidently say if this was not a 4,000 footer, I would not be here, because if you look around, there's absolutely no view or anything. And we just gotta maybe take a few minutes, catch our breath, and then hoof it back to camp. Bond Cliff is nuts. This is what I've been looking at for the past 30 minutes. Back at the car. The Pemi has been looped. See you guys in the next one.